We are rocking. This episode is what we needed, party people. This episode is really what we needed. How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Cassandra, and of course we are back in the wonderful world of Rimworld. Come on. So, what is the plan for this episode? I'm glad you asked, party people. Oh boy, am I glad you asked. I think one of the first things we're going to do is probably haul all this wood. Now, for some... Oh, okay. I was just about to say, for some reason, it doesn't look like it's going to deteriorate. And I think that's why I've left it for so long, because I highlight it and then I go, oh, there's no deterioration level. But actually, if you click on it, you are right in the comments, okay? I give you your due. Sometimes you're helpful. No, I'm only joking. Love it. So I think it's going to be a clean-up episode. Let's get everything hauled, that sort of stuff. Everything looking nice. Everything's just one inside, so we're not going to lose it, which, considering we're obviously going back to our doctorum, obviously... As rightly pointed out in the comments, now is probably the perfect time to actually mine and cut woods, because the only white person we're going to make upset is Alpin rather than the whole colony. So actually that's a really, really good idea. Good is pretty much going to be the hauler, but actually we can get Alpin sort of coming. Let's sort the corn out, because the corn is obviously more important. Like the whole series, we've had obviously problems with food and whatnot, so let's make sure that doesn't rear its ugly head again. Then we'll get Good to come up here and start hauling all this. Because otherwise, actually, there's a lot of resources that we could lose here because we're just being a bit slack and a bit lazy. And then we'll get Good to come back up here, haul the wood. Oh, are the bugs? We're sort of getting used to when the game gets a bit juddery and I'm like, oh, it must be bug o'clock. Smarty's going to come out and help with hauling that. Alpin's still hauling the corn, which is nice. And it just means when Smarty is cooking, like, she ain't got to come down every single time to this long walk, pretty much. And as you can see, there you take the fastest route. So we just need to get rid of that. And that will be it, because obviously we want this cooler. So the cooler's going to go up this episode. It's a guarantee. Like, we're really, like, flying this episode. We're going to get a lot of important tasks done. You're all going to be proud of your boy. Good is sleeping. That is not the attitude we want. Sorry, Good, but we've just got stuff to do today. Okay, Smarty is consuming simple meal. Okay, Alpin's gone to sleep. That's fine. Yeah, good. I want all this wood hauled, because actually it's a lot of wood to just let deteriorate. Just seeing if anything. So these bits are really close to deteriorating. So I'll get you to haul... couple more. Oh, I'll get you to just do that one next, just because the rest isn't like great. There we go. Because I think a lot of the internal doors we are going to replace with wood, saying that most of these are. Maybe replace that with wood and stuff, because it's an interior door. Like these doors here we want to be able to move quickly, perhaps even this one as well. Spencer's still living the dream as the best. Oh, good, I'm going to have to wake you up because I just saw some corn deteriorate then. So, yeah, no, come and haul all this. I can't have that. I just saw a bit there just disappearing. The corn harvest is too important. Health-wise, you've got the flu and we're not dealing with it. Is it just you that had the flu? Yeah. I mean, your immunity is smashing it, so we don't have to worry too much. Yes, this corn is so close to deteriorating. I'm glad I spotted it, to be honest. So we might lose a little bit more. But we did get over 400 into the freezer. Could have been a little bit more. Obviously nothing too cray-cray, but for us, that's obviously a really, really good start. Alpin needs to start feeding himself, otherwise he's going to have a breakdown. Not really how we wanted the episode to go, but it has gone this way, so we shall deal with it. Okay, as long as Smarty's up, it's not too bad, because obviously Smarty's going to be cooking all the meals. Stomp getting back on his feet. Alpin's probably one person that when he has a breakdown, we don't notice it too much. He's good growing. Yep. Luckily we're in a spot where Alpin is just helping Good with the growing. One more round of good meds and then I think we could probably turn this off. The only problem being in the jungle, like no hill root grows. Like I didn't realise. I was a bit still there. Oh, free. I got well excited thinking, oh, there's loads of steel there that we've missed, but absolutely not. Okay, what are you doing now, Smarty? Just watching Smarty here. Hoping that Smarty's going to do meals on her own. Yeah, there she goes. There goes my hero. Watch it as she cooks. Thank God there was the same ring to her, has it? I tried. Smarty, can you just quickly haul them in the freezer because they're all going to deteriorate being left in the hall. Nice, nice, nice. So the problem that we're having now is Smarty is bed rest. That's not the one we want. Okay, you're doctoring. I don't want you to doctor and I don't want you to warden. Because the problem there's Smarty is they're not cooking. Because she's too busy taking care of everyone else, which I don't mind. However, we are below or behind on meals. So actually, I want her prioritising on that. We've still got good. So as we can say, good is doing all that stuff anyway. So it's not like that stuff is getting missed. As always, I hope... okay, we have some travellers passing by. Looks like they're going to be bug food, so I just, in anticipation, I'll make sure everyone's inside the walls. Wait, is that a wall zone correct? Yep. Then hopefully we'll have that wall up today. Maybe not, it depends when Stomp gets up, because really it's going to be Stomp the one that does it. I'm hoping they're too slow, they're going to get caught by the bugs. I'm hoping the bugs kill them so quick that they lose aggro really quick. I don't know, we could get lucky. I very much doubt it. Oh, no. We did get lucky. But we've got a raid to deal with. They will use sappers. But luckily, they're coming this way, so they're going to come straight into the bugs. So I'll just keep, obviously, our colony inside. But I don't actually think we've got to worry about this, because they're going to come straight through the bugs. My only concern is he has a Molotov cocktail. And he is going to get a shot off. Luckily it is raining outside. But this is going to be extremely interesting. Because these bugs are not going to like this one bit. Hopefully they take him down before he throws one. It looks like their aggro is specifically if damage is done to them. So for instance, with that Molotov cocktail there, because he wasn't being able to attack, they weren't aggro whatsoever. But the minute these actually physically attacked the bugs, then you saw the whole bugs got together. So now the bugs are going to do a mad run. Oh, we need to destroy that really. Maybe for them. Which is a bit annoying because it might mean these will run for our wind turbine. As always, we're still defending the wind turbine. Episode 1000. Please don't attack my wind turbine. Alright, let's get this on speed 3. And that's a perfect example of our kill box and why we've got these bugs here. Like, it's been long drawn out to try and get the right blend of being able to live with them. Spencer is in a daze, but he's locked in his room, so that's no bother whatsoever. How are we doing with actually converting you? Okay, so it's coming up to 50%. So it's not terrible. Obviously, I've got everyone still locked inside, which, to be fair, Smarty and Good are the only ones that are obviously up and about. So it doesn't actually matter too much. We're getting power problems. Why are we getting power problems? Because you're being blocked by that palm tree. Okay, I'm going to rejig our zones. Don't want to wake Good up because then he's going to get disturbed sleep and just be generally unhappy. So I will just leave it. Okay, Good has woken up. Which I thought Good was a night owl. Good is. I think his obviously scheduling is all over the place. Probably because he's got to doctor and do all them sort of stuff. So, oh yeah, he just woke up to do that. So if you've just woke up to do that, you need to come up here, cut this tree. So then our wind... Obviously, that won't be a problem when we're obviously growing non-stop in these. because obviously them trees won't be able to pop up, but the longer these are down, then obviously trees have a chance to pop up in general. Glad we hauled all that wood. Is obviously a little bit more to haul. But Smarty's smashing it with the meals, and now we're getting fine meals up again, which is obviously the perfect. Only 4, but this is why, you know, we've got everyone to haul in here and make Smarty's job easier, why we haven't got Smarty tending to these, just so that Smarty can clearly just focus on making food, because now we're back up to fine meals again, so the minute everyone's eating, they're getting mood boosts. However, I don't want Spencer badly malnourished. Hideous environment, there's a lot of blood, I'll have to get that. I don't want you, so I want to limit you to simple meals. Is good coming? Okay, so now when Stomp has that, when we go into needs, at least Stomp is getting a +5, which will get rid of one of these, you know. Not get rid of it, but you know what I mean, like cancel out. Good, what are you doing? You're I know you want to do that, but what is probably more of a priority is just cleaning this prison. And I might get you to clean some of the other rooms as well. If everyone's starting to get miserable about that, let's quickly sort it out, and I'll manually do that like this, just holding down the left shift as I'm right-clicking on it all. Because then it'll just make people a little bit more happier, and that's what we're all about, trying to save on breakdowns where we can. Obviously, in a perfect world, we'd have someone just sitting on cleaning non-stop. Medical emergency, good. Okay, immunity's going to hit 100%. See, good is still the OG, even when he's got the flu, like. I had to check if good was a male then. I think the moustache might give it away, but I suppose women can get moustaches too. It's their prerogative. There we go, loving it good, loving it good. Yeah, food situation we're on top of. I think especially making sure Smarty doesn't doctor and the other stuff. That was actually a stroke of genius, if I do say so myself. So next step, hopefully Stomp. It looks like Stomp is better. Yep, so now Stomp is up. What are you doing? You're deconstructing a mortar. So what sort of... It looks like Alpen might be back in the game as well. So what resources do we get out of this? 25 steel. So where are you going now? You're going to eat a meal. I mean, can you haul? We'll never do haul. Fair enough, that answered that question for me. Transport pod has crashed. Firstly, let's check the health. So 20 hours, so it is doable to actually get over to you if we want you. Careful shooter. Too smart. You're part of the Empire. But hey, we did say we don't care about angering the Empire. And you're actually a very good colonist. Like, we don't care about angering anyone because we've got this. And we can use this to get us out of any jam. So I think we do imprison. Right, no one is using this bed. So we're going to do for prisoners. We still need to... What I want to do is reinstall that marble dresser just to make the room look a little bit more pretty. Then we can get a table in here. Right, take that off medical, sorry. That's now a prison. So then we're going to get Alpen to come... What is your movement speed? Just seeing who has the quickest movement speed. Probably Stomp. Stomp is going to come down here and capture. That's going to anger, obviously, the Empire, which are the big... It's probably a problem angering them out of all the factions. Like, we don't really necessarily care too much about. The Empire is probably the one that we do care. Because they have, like... They have the better equipment if they come at us. But we have a kill box of hundreds of bugs, so sue me. But I think we're actually coming to the point where it's probably a good... It's not bad if we start angering people, especially on purpose like we're doing now, because this bug box up here is just... We've seen that it deals with everything pretty well. So... They are now hostile towards us, so this is going to be extremely... They will refuse to trade with us. Okay, so we want to come in here. And the first thing we want to do is convert. So what that means is when these two people now... It will take a while to convert them, don't get me wrong. However, when they are converted and whatnot, it pretty much means our doctrine will be back up, because then we can get the social role so we can convert the others. And these are two very good people, you know. I can't pronounce your name, Tio Samilern. But look at that, you can construct, you can mine, which is important because I know we get miserable when we mine, but we've got no one with a skill above 4 that can actually mine. So it means when we do have to mine, it gets dragged out really soon. Crafting as well, and someone that's good on research. This is a very, very good colonist. Too smart, you break down a little bit quicker, but, you know, just basically means you can learn and upgrade skills a lot better. Kind, which is obviously really cool. Careful shooter, which is nice. And then obviously Spencer here, shooting melee, so we've got another little warrior. Probably will just sit on research, or can just be our cleaner and hauler. Can't do dumb labour. Probably going to sit on research. Art and research, I would imagine. Okay, I wonder if it's... No, let's go to prisoner. So we are... I can never remember. There we go. And then we just want simple. Fine is on our colonists. Simple can go on the prisoners, and I like the sound of that. Stomp, what are you doing? You're replacing broken components in battery. That sounds lovely. And as always, it's actually really nice to be able to run on speed 3 and actually do really, really well. Is this going to need to be hauled manually? It's the problem. We are going to need a full-time hauler, really, aren't we? Good for the time being. That's what we need. So good is going to do that. Consuming fine meal, then hopefully you'll start hauling, because actually it's really nice having all these fields, but actually there's a lot of resources and the wood and stuff that's being laid down. Luckily wood doesn't seem to deteriorate super fast, but however, as I agree with you guys in the comments, we don't want to just be wasting these resources, because later on we'll be like, oh, we're going to need this. And I said, when our doctrum is up to full speed, we can't be just cutting trees down willy-nilly, otherwise it's just going to upset everyone. Good, you're hauling cipher. Okay, that'll get us some steel when we tear it down, so that's not too bad. So we can probably put our machining table back on, because that's got shred mechanoids forever, and the mechanoids will just get dropped here. Okay, if we can get the cooler up this episode, that should be looking pretty chill. Got no components, but I think we did have some components over here. And he had 2. One got took to fix the battery. Okay. So what has this got left to do? This just needs 2 components and a hell of a lot of steel. So let's queue up some mine orders here. Okay, Stomp's up. So when Stomp has had the fine meal, then let Stomp have a rec, so you're just going to relax socially, that's fine. And then when you start doing your jobs, we're going to pause it, get you to mine. You're moving the marble dresser. Actually, that's important as well. We have got a lot of important things to do. And then we need to build copy that there. Build copy that there. So then you'll be eating at a table when you can and not just getting miserable. You're hauling wood. However, I really want you to actually mine a lot of this out, because we need 100 steel for the wind turbine. Well, 97. No, 87. Jesus, maths. And then we need 90 for the cooler. Probably, yeah, then we need the wall up, and we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. We know what we need, it's just a case of actually being able to get there. My only concern is about having one grower, as we can see with Alpen. He is prioritising harvesting over, like, growing as well. Alpen, you're going to have to haul some of this, my man. I think he was going to try and convert one of these, but there's too much food on the ground and it's starting to deteriorate. And I don't really want to lose it, or it would just be gutting. Right, Stomp's still going. I'm going to leave Stomp doing that. Hoping Good will wake up in a little bit, so then we can boss Good around. Smarty, what are you making? Don't say we're going to get our Coke / We've got our Flake. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So as we spoke about in another episode, so we've got Flake up as a drug here. If we select our policy, what we can see here, so Flake should be used, scheduled, so I'm assuming this is right, every day if your mood is below 25%. So that is actually super important for the colony. Because I just want that emergency, like, okay, we've been naughty today, but then that's like our saving grace, so to speak. Good is viewing art. Sorry, Good, I need you to come down and haul this ASAP. So, like, for instance, a day like today where I've been bossing Alpin around and he hasn't been able to do stuff that he wants. Like, at least then, like, instead of him utterly breaking down when he gets a chance, he'll go do Flake, and then that will help his mood a little bit. Obviously, it's not going to save us indefinitely, but... Right, Stomp. Yeah, I'll let you go. Right, then you're going to go have a meal. And I think, 25% mood is enough to sort of give us that leeway, like... I don't want to put it down too low, because I don't know if it's like 0% they definitely had a breakdown, but... Coming up to that 0%, there's obviously a chance of a breakdown. So we do need to obviously be super aware of that. I do love having night owls. It's just nice, like, not to see everyone in bed. Like, some people are trying to do work. You know, the key word is trying there, really. And yeah, our freezer is actually full. Nice, nice, nice. Over 600 like, volumes of... veggies, which is lovely. I'm aware that power is a problem. Obviously, we're trying to address it as soon as possible. How much steel is here? 96. So Stomp, when Stomp wakes up, we'll get the other wind turbine up. But I don't obviously want to wake them up too soon. Good is praying. Okay, then Good is hauling food. What I'm going to do with Good is I'm actually going to lock Good inside this zone. So... For the moment, he's only going to haul if obviously stuff is inside the base, which I think that is going to be a lot more important. And then once we've done that, like Good is basically we just keep flicking Good between helping with growing, crafting, hauling, cleaning and all that sort of stuff. But no, super happy that Flake is obviously up. However, Smoke Leaf isn't. Okay, it is ready to harvest. It is ready to harvest. So I think when Good has helped out a little bit, we might actually... Let me open the meals. Okay, we haven't got tons of meals, but obviously we've got quite a few. I think because the electric to the cooker keeps going down. Stomp, what are you doing now? Oh, you're doing the wind turbine on your own. You're a good boy. Yes! That was the only thing that was holding us back for the last little bit of this episode, was obviously the power to the kitchen was falling. Deadly complex cache. Do you know what? No. We're flying. We are flying at the minute. I don't want to risk anything. Like, we've got 2 potential really great colonists, like, if we can get them up. Stomp, what are you doing now? You're getting the table up. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Smarty is cooking. We are rocking. This episode is what we needed, party people. This episode is really what we needed. I really want Good to... No, I'm going to keep Good on hauling. Alpin, come up here. And I'm going to get you to harvest... Yeah, harvest a load of that so actually Smoke Leaf is getting produced. Because that keeps our good mood up on a constant basis. So the idea is we get high on weed all the time. And then we just use Flake when we're really bad. What that then opens up, because what I want is a trader to come in to see how much we sell them both for. However, obviously we've angered everyone and no one wants to trade with us. But like trade ships come over at some point, so I'm hoping that doesn't impact that too much. But that'll be something we can find. And then whichever one is worth the more, then we'll change the growing zone. So... If Smoke Leaf is worth more, we'll make this like a little bit bigger and only do a little bit of Flake, because we won't need tons of Flake, so we don't need to keep going crazy. However, we do need a lot of Smoke Leaf, so we'll see which one sells for more. The reason why we've got a big psychedelic plant bit is because we can use that for multiple things, not just Flake. So it's just important because then it gives us more options. Good is really cleaning the colony, really, really love that. And I think the last things that we will do for today is obviously sort out this little bit. Delete these. And I think we're actually going to get a dumping stockpile up. So then actually when we come to... That's not the button I wanted, not even in the slightest. Dumping stockpile here. And eventually I think we might wall this and door this to keep all the ugliness. But then what we'll do is we'll clear it all. None of that. Chunks, all stone chunks, all steel slag chunks. So actually we can be hauling them in the meantime. Because while good is on this haul train, so anything in here, there we go, will be hauled there. And I think that's the first step to getting that done, because obviously if anyone comes to make blocks, they've got to come a hell of a long way to be able to do it. So this is just going to make that so much easier, so much better. Perfect, perfect, perfect. If you got to this part of the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. And I'll catch you next time, party people. Bye.